to be competitive, I know you addressed that in 6, where you say it should be developed and delivered in a manner, but that's getting at adult learning principles, but I'm just, and I don't see, like, I'm thinking delivery, again, being maybe, you know, hybrid, you know, some online, you know, at site, you know, site-based, you know, maybe a cluster or cohort model, or, you know what I mean, we talked a lot about delivery, and I'm not seeing that in 6. I mean,
Anybody
it's just
have a
an
problem
idea.
with adding delivered there?
Structure, delivery, and marketing.
Yeah, just so that it's up there, like
I agree.
that's, we're competitive with others, but
Okay.
yet we're still high standard.
Okay. Anything else?
When I went over these previously, I wrote down where it's distinctive. I think maintaining a high standard of, and I think I understand what you're saying with equality, but again, I just don't want to lose the fact that what we're really trying to do is to have a program nobody else has, period. I mean, you know, not just high quality, not just this, not just whatever, but something that really nobody else has. So when I maintaining a high standard of quality, I wondered whether that was the best word to capture that, or is there a word that could capture really the essence of what we're offering here? Because quality is somewhat of a generic term.
Or when you said that I had a high standard of quality and distinctiveness, that was what I was thinking.
And distinctiveness?
But I can even see distinctiveness replacing quality completely.
A high standard of distinction? I kind of like that, yeah. I mean, because really, I think that's one of the reasons my chair just collapsed on me. I mean, it's not my turn talking on my foot. Oh my gosh. That is one of the reasons I'm around this table, because I was excited about the fact that this is going to be new, it's going to be innovative, it's going to be something that's not out there. It's not going to be a copycat of lacrosse or Oshkosh or this or that. That this is really going to be kind of cutting edge, and I really hope that we convey that to other people.
It's on your website here. You
The first money that's generated is going to have to go back to buy chairs.
So maybe, as Dwight said, maintaining high standard of distinction would be just fine, because it actually then ties in some of the other verbiage that we have.
Distinction or distinctiveness?
Either one. Help me understand the difference. Distinction, distinctiveness.
Or do we say maintaining a high standard of rigor and distinction? Because I think quality, I know why you use that, because we were talking about we don't want to be selling a degree either, you know, as some other institutions are, you know.
I think we need, it needs to be unique and quality, so
Yeah,
distinctiveness
yeah.
and quality.
I think, yeah, something. Because I know what you mean by quality.
Yeah.
We're still going to deliver
Quality
quality.
and distinctiveness then.
Yeah, yeah.
And,
So high standard
so-
of quality and distinctiveness.
and quality rather than rigor.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Matt, we're going over the recommendations. We do.
Sure.
And now you're up.
Approved!
Yeah, please don't ask to start a word.
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
And don't rehash the mission statement.
Well, that's not true. I think that's Josh said, the more you mash it and hash it,
Yeah.
at
Well,
the end of the day. you
And
don't know
I
what
take
it
comfort
is.
in the fact that the university mission statement, they have a group working on this for
A year.
a year.
And it was, yeah.
And they probably had 25 meetings
Oh, yeah,
just on the mission statement.
right,
And they voted it down.
And they
right.
broke it down. So
And hundreds
we're
of
so
emails
involved.
giving suggestions, so,
They
yeah.
don't live in the real world, but they can have that many meetings, I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Well, I don't know if they have that many. They have a lot of them.
Schedules are so-
Well, we should benefit from the smaller group and the lack of checklist.
Too many.
So many people.
Mhm.
Okay, we're on recommendation 5. We
Okay.
just are starting there. I mean, continuing there. We just finished with number 4. Okay, number 5. Leadership program should be developed around the elements identified in the following 4 components that would be outcomes required of all participants in the program and comprise approximately 1/2 of the program.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, for this part, then, and I'm not quite sure how I would do this document-wise, but I'm thinking we would have this statement and then see Appendix A, for example. And Appendix A would be quite elaborate. It's going to be all the map and the things that we're fleshing out.
So let's say the bullets are what we agree on, and let's just try to get the statement
Yeah,
a little bit.
Yeah, it's a little
Tortured.
tortured.
we could, with, identify in the following four core components which constitute requirements of all participants.
Roger, what were you thinking of when you said approximately 1/2 of the program?
Well, when we've been.
Looking at the 36 credits?
Or, I think we've generally been talking about 30 credits. So 30 credits, approximately 15 would be the 4 core components. But I don't think we should, say credits. I mean, we should say,
Right.
you know, half the program, but what we mean by that, we're thinking it's about 15 credits in a 30 credit program.
Just to help my understanding, why wouldn't you say that?
I was thinking we should say that.
That it'd be
If you say
15 credits?
Well, if you say approximately 1/2, that gives latitude for people to change whether they want. Well, we'll have 12, we'll have 13, 14.
We don't know what that 1/2 of what. So,
And if
Right.
it is 1/2 of 30, that means one course in each of these essentially. So then if this is our distinctiveness, that means they'll get one course in that. And that's okay, I'm just trying to practically say, is this?
Plus research, unless we put research as an aside, within whatever sort of track you're going to do or two.
Well, it's,
Why do you-
I think part of why I was avoiding the course and credit thing is I can envision one track being a program of 36 credits and another program being a total of 30 credits. It sort of depends on, you know, like the standards, that accreditation, other things that might have to be met. And because we haven't talked about the tracks, we don't know what all is going to be in there. It may be that some of them are going to have to be more than 30 credits.
And the reason for putting, even putting any reference to the number of credits or whatever, I don't even use, is what? I mean, which comprise approximately 1/2 of the program. The reason you wanted to add "and which comprise approximately 1/2 of the program" is to help them understand that, I mean, I don't know what the purpose is, maybe I better just ask the question.
Question.
Awesome.
I think the intention is that the commitment to the 4 core components, because of the emphasis is on the leadership piece,
Right.
that those 4 core components are trying to capture, we don't want a program that's going to minimize those, so that
And you
in,
want them integrated.
right,
Right.
and we want them integrated.
Right.
But if you, instead of using that would be outcomes required. I mean, that's another, if you put components which constitute requirements of all participants, it's sort of saying that. If you say these are the requirements and that you don't get out until you meet those.
Right, but you could also have, even though we have 4 core components, a class could actually possibly cover 2 of those.
Right, and
Not that, I mean, we could, or you could have more classes, but, you know, so we can't just, I don't think we can just, or maybe we can, sit up and say, each, we're gonna have a class that covers each one of these areas.
I think it's important you say half the program or
Another thing I was trying to capture, and I think it's relating to what you're saying, at some point, all of this is going to have to be mapped out into formal curriculum, which is either going to be in modules or that constitute a course or courses. And what I was trying to envision is that, you know, that from the very beginning, we've had this map, and we've moved pieces around. At the first map, we had like 6 or 8 different, you know, pieces, and then we shifted things around.